welcome to another episode of the Brosketeers Podcast. I'm your host, Isaac Cruz, a podcast produced by Ricardo Colonna and Christopher Diaz, hosted by me, your host, Isaac Cruz, written by me, your host, Isaac Cruz. Today we are bringing you two subjects. We are bringing you on why we should let the new generation talents get the spotlight and on the why coronavirus. The Brosketeers Podcast starts right now.
You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it. From the start, I've been on you fighting demons, I got all the answers. Baby, you a disser, shorty, she a kisser, but she ain't got no manners. You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it. From the start, I've been on you fighting demons, I got all the answers. Baby, you a disser, shorty, she a kisser, but she ain't got no manners. You having the time of your life, and I'ma let you. I know the timing ain't right, but I can't forget you. You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it. From the start, I've been on you fighting demons, I got all the answers. Baby, you a disser, shorty, she a kisser, but she ain't got no manners. Who have you become? You'll have to find another way. Baby girl, the one, but go find another heart to break. I need more, I need answers. Every time I ask you, you just shrug and put your hands up. This money made me handsome. You held my heart for ransom. Baby girl, I understand you tryna get your fans up. You took my heart, fuck that shit, girl, I don't need it. From the start, I've been on you fighting demons, I got all the
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Like I said, we're bringing two subjects. Why we should let the new generation, talent generation, should get the spotlight. This is what I believe. Yes and no. Why? Yes, because uh, a lot of people and some people who have the talent, who are real fucking good, deserve it. No, because there's some people and a lot of people who work and work and work and work hard as fuck, as hell and fuck, and just don't get there. Um, which, um, this is comes to my conclusion and on all this and the criticism and all this is, why there's people that don't give the opportunity to uh, new talent generation to actually you know perform and show what they got when there's people that are really good out there. But here's the thing: people are so used to the old stuff, and I get it. I get it. I mean, I know the reason why, and the reason is because the music is really good. Um, the music it's fire as hell. And I get why, but a lot of times some people get bored, of listening to the same old thing, and they just move on to other things. They move on to other artists or other single or other singers or actors or wrestlers or whatever. Um, which is what they say. One day they're a fan of you, and the next day they're a fan of others. But we also get old. It's like we're human beings. We get old, and at some point that we have to retire from hosting, music, wrestling, sports such as football, wrestling, um, baseball, basketball, etc., blah blah blah. Um, but people are so used to it. Like I said, people are really fucking used to it. So they are so used to it that they just when someone new comes on, they're like, nah, nah. Now, I don't lie that there's people that came in before. I mean, like White Kills Artists, Shoreline Mafia, they're recently new to the industry and they blow up. People like Pop Smoke and people like um, Leo Zivert, Juice World, which just were also before he died, he blew up. Back in 2018, 2000, which was it, 2017 and 18. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna lie that the music industry has given um the opportunities to new talents to blow up, and but I'm not just talking about music industry. I'm talking about everything in general. Just like if we talk about sports, for example, a lot of times they give you the opportunity, but halfway down the road, or even starting your career, they just boom cut you up. And we get old and we get sick and tired and exhausted and we die because that's the cycle of life. We just disappear like a bubble or like the invisible man. But yeah, and I like that it's hard to get yourself out there, and get your name out there, whether the music industry, the show business, or anything, and you're trying to be in it, whether the industry or depends the fucking industry you want to be in it. But again, um, it's all hard because if it wouldn't have been easy, then everybody wouldn't have doing it. If it would have been easy to do what I'm doing right now, then everybody would have doing it. If it would be easy wrestling, then everybody here would have been already fucking wrestling, uh, or football, or anything. Like it would have been easy, then sure there will be a lot of people out there who um would have been just already doing it, and everybody would have get the opportunity. Which I'm not gonna lie that nowadays everybody people that can get a record signature or whatever that like I trying to be in the music industry and they can't, they just put out the tune and it's like but I mean in sense of like when I'm talking about in sense of like uh, signing with a multi-million record company or a wrestling company or football team or you know a network or something, then it's hard. But because of that same reason a lot of people are getting whether YouTube on Spotify, podcast platforms, or anything, um, or even just doing SoundCloud and stuff, and you know, they just went by internet. This is what I mean. This all this internet world. So, um, a lot of people just the internet world to easily blow up. But a lot of people just rather use the internet as a platform to get experience to then just move on to whether a network, whether a record company, whether record videos on the internet of giving football lessons and showing the football skills of football games, and whether to have a team on football, whether it's college or professional or high school, to actually notice you, because sometimes it's hard even though in a high school. Uh, but it's all hard hard road to walk into, and world to walk into, because the world can be a hard, scary place. But we just have to learn how to deal with it and walk through it and not give up through it and break up all these fucking boundaries. But like once a superstar wise man said, the spot real real stars don't shade the spotlight. The spotlight chases them. Moving on to why coronavirus. Well, why coronavirus, man? As all you know, we've been living with COVID since when 2000 2020, since 2020 been the COVID, because it actually first happened in China and then it came here and blah 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 blah. Here's the thing. there's two theories in here. One of them is the COVID was created by someone, some nasty ass motherfucker who ate a bat, and now it's and got the disease and spread it everywhere. And the second one is that it was created by the Chinese government to get power or I don't know control of the economy. Well, I don't know whatever they created that Chinese virus for, but yes, those are the two theories. Which the most believable one that I could actually believe, even though theories for the second theory, like even though witnesses for the second theory conspiracy came, I believe it was because of the bat. Because yeah, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but Chinese people do eat a lot of nasty, weird stuff. There were rumors about it, but now it's exposed, and it seems that Chinese people eat a lot of stuff that in reality here in the US and in other countries we don't eat normally. Like dogs, cats, bats, frogs, and other things that are really disgusting that we normally don't eat. Um, it's really who like really who in the goddamn fucking fuck in the fucking goddamn fuck will eat. How would they cook that? Honestly, how would they cook that? Like, how? They just, they gotta hunt them down, though. Like, they gotta catch it, though. They gotta go back. You are fucking, you know, a fucking little small or big, uh, bitch ass, little fuck you back. And they just, they just go. But, I mean, honestly, who would eat that? Who would eat a bat? Who would it? This. I don't know. Who would eat that? There's animals that do bring diseases. There's animals that do bring diseases. Um, one of them. Well, I don't even really know which one brings really a disease, but I know that animals bring diseases and animals that they are not meant to eat because honestly, they're not meant to eat. I mean, bad dogs, cats, they're not fucking meant to eat. I don't know why people eat it. Um, they're really not meant to eat. So that's the thing. Some of them are meant to eat. Some of them are not. You know. You know. It's like when vegan people complain because eating animals is murder. Um, there are animals that are meant to eat. There are animals that are not meant to eat. It's simple as that. Things like chicken, bees, things like that. I'm talking about chicken from the farms and stuff like that. We do eat chicken, but most of the times people on the farm uses to get eggs and honeys and vegan people complain because um, that's animal exploitation. Here's the thing: it's not animal exploitation. Uh, it's called their job. It's called their work. They naturally do that. It's in their nature. We can just move all the honeys or all the bees to not work and not to get on flowers and create pollutions and things like that help the honey or help make the honey because they will die. Honestly, bees, and this is what I believe, bees will die if there's no honey in the world. If they do something somehow that there's no honey in the world and there's no way the bees to work, well, what happened is that they will die because they need the bees for the honey bees. Honey, what is the let's call it the honey home for the honey home that they use, you know, for their families and the herd or whatever. Um, so that's the thing. If they don't, if there's none of it, then they won't be able to work and feed even their kids and their families and whatever. So and also it will not work for us because it helps us for the diseases and things like that. So I believe that we should need use the bees. We need the bees and we need the honey and stuff because it helps us with a lot of things. It is meant to help us with a lot of things. You know, it's like when you get sick and you go to a doctor and you get a rash, they will prescribe you literally honey. Or like when you get chicken pox. I never had that shit, but when you get chicken pox, they literally tell you to use honey. They tell you, hey, use honey. Um, and other things, you know, to help you with the chicken pox and oatmeal, honey and oatmeal, right? Honey and oatmeal. Uh, Also, it's good to when you get skun. You know when they open up the tail and fart in your face or whatever the fuck that's called. I don't even know if that's or fart or whatever. Uh, it helps you to take out the stink. You know that all that the bad stink of the skun. That's why you see them. They put tomato, they put honey on themselves, and it helps them to you know to take out the stunk. Um, but that's my point. Like, who eat an animal? Like that's my point. Like, there's animals that are meant to eat. There's animals that are not meant to eat. Um, and you just don't eat them, and that's what's going on. Sorry, that's what's going on in China. Like they eat animals that are normally, even if it's their culture, is not normally meant to eat. And what's happening is they're getting sick because that brings like diseases and things like that. Like eating a dog, a cat, or anything that's not eatable. That's not meant to eat. And, it's gonna get you literally sick. Um, and that's what they're doing. That honestly, that they should not be done. But you know, COVID is something that it's literally killing people. It's something that's killing people, and well, believe it or not, like it or not, um, eat it or not, was caused by. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. So that's not. I'm gonna say this in the script. Uh, like it or not, either or not, it was caused by China. China brought the Chinese virus. I'm just gonna say Chinese virus, but China just brought it. I'm not gonna say what the guys literally wanted me to wrote here. It's so because it's so because of the part of you know it's all because of their eating stuff and stuff. Like I said, literally, I just said this, it's because they eat stuff and stuff like that. But honestly, it's because of nasty, disgusting people's out of sick hygiene. Like they just don't. Also, it's because people don't take care of themselves. They just don't take care of themselves, and they do whatever. They eat stuff randomly. They don't take a shower sometimes. They pick their nose, their eyes, and like they have sex with whoever and whatever, and it's just because the sexuality is going crazy these days. Um, and it's just that's why it's also caused. I believe that that's the main reason why it's caused by, people out of sex hygiene. People that don't fucking take care of themselves. That's what really causes the disease that they called COVID. Because let's make this clear, man. Reality, like it or not, digest it or not, swallow it as a fucking pill or not, have sex with it or not. This is a flu. COVID is a flu. COVID is a flu. They just call it coronavirus. That's the name of it. They just put a name of it to identify it and to just scare you and scare the people. But honestly, it's just a flu. It's like when you get the flu. If you're close to someone who has the flu, you will get the flu. How about that? It's the flu. They just call it coronavirus because they put a name to everything. Like when hurricanes come, they put Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Maria, Hurricane Charlie, Hurricane Hurricane Isaac. You know, they put a name on things. And to identify it, and also to make it like scary and scare the fuck out of you. Um, because that's what the media likes to. The mainstream media likes to scare the fuck out of you. Honestly, like believe it or not, they like to scare the fuck out of you. You know, and they just like to create panic. They create a lot of panic. It's like okay, a lot of this is how it go with the news. This is how they say it. They just they grab they how they call it, the teleprompter or whatever, and it's like words going off the screen. And they go. Today, a million people. Today, 1,000 people died from COVID, and because they're going to parties, they're doing this, they're doing that, and to do it more scary, they go, no, no, no. I can imagine the guy on the computer teleprompter, because by the way, on the teleprompter is somebody who types it behind him. Let's put millions. Let's tell everybody. Let's tell everybody this. Because of no, million people died from COVID around the world. You gotta put your mask on. If you don't put your mask on, you will die. If you don't put hand sanitizer, you will die. You better take care of yourself, or you're gonna die sooner or later, in less than 24 hours, when you get coronavirus COVID-19. Bam, bam, and they just go to commercial. It's literally how they do it. They do it on celebrities too. When they interview celebrities. Charlie Sheen was in an interview talking like back in 2017, talking on how people, interview them like, like they go like, how's your day these days, man? And Charlie just go like, the celebrity go, yeah, what's good? It was good. Everything's been well. I been well, and I just I've been working out, I've been doing things, but things are going very well. And then just put the camera and just zoom it into your face and go, ba-ba! And they just put like background thing like, it's actually not going well. And they just gotta go. Because that's how they sell their news. The mainstream media sell the news by scaring off people, by the bad news. Because the good news don't sell. People don't care if people don't care if Marilyn Manson or if fucking OGC from Shorai Mafia got a new house. The news won't talk about that. They don't care if this dog saves a kid. They can go on the news and say it, but they will make it like a little more dramatic in order to sell, because they just don't sell. They want the bad news because the bad news for them sell. The bad news sells for them. So they have to create this illusion and this, picture in your head, this image of the world is dying when COVID came in, because that's why COVID came in. They just, the world is dying. Beginning like in less than 24 hours, like just to scare you, and that's why a lot of people are getting tired of. Like by the time COVID started, I remember that the thing that was trending was COVID, 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 COVID. You know, and well, I just got to a point where I just got tired of like every time you turn on the TV, everything you see was about COVID, 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 COVID. Like that was the food of the day, that was the play, the soup of the day. Um, and I was just got tired. And I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna get on YouTube and play some music and watch something. I'm really tired of fucking this, fucking that. And that's one thing. You stress the people out. You stress the fuck out of us. You just can stress the hell out of people. And just the news that's why I don't watch the news at all unless there's something that as an emergency that might be going on. But other than that, I don't watch the news because all they do is stress you the fuck out. They scare you, they stress you, they make you not do things, they make you hate things. It's like it's the news is a place where they brainwash you. They brainwash your head. You know, in order to control you, because I believe that what the news want to do is control the hell out of you. And with COVID, the situation that's written right in my script, the situation with COVID is what they're been using to control you, to not make you go out, to make you wear your mask every single time, to make you paranoid, because that's what they want to do. They want to make you paranoid. That's why I honestly don't watch the news. I don't like the news. I watch the news whenever there's an emergency, or if they talk about an artist that I like or something. That's maybe sometimes they talk something good about an artist that I like, and I just watch that. To like maybe a little small good update. But other than that, they just want to make you paranoid and control you and brainwash you. And they just want to do that every time. It's like Shoreline Mafia was making videos of sipping lean, right? For those of you that don't know, lean is an alcoholic drink with medicine. Uh, and honestly, Shoreline Mafia loves the lean, and they were making music videos with lean, which for me was pretty late to watch that. I like watching those stuff. It's pretty late. Um, the mainstream media didn't like it. The media didn't like it. And they made a huge big deal about it. Like, oh, Shoreline Mafia with guns in the kitchen and blah 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 blah. I can't even play here. I'm not lying. I can go here and search up the song where they had the little small intro. Um, and they just went crazy on Shoreline Mafia. Now, the good thing I love about Shoreline Mafia, the Shoreline Mafia denied the interview request, because honestly, you know, it's bullshit. It's really bullshit. And here it is. I'm gonna play it. Just this small intro song so you can see what I'm talking about.
Rest in peace, E-Race, rest in peace, Video, rest in peace, all rest in peace, Pimp C, all that, nigga.
This music video from Southland rap group Shoreline Mafia shows them partying in a kitchen with something you're more likely to find in your medicine cabinet. Rappers pouring prescription-grade cough syrup into soda and sipping, even holding up a bottle with a gun in hand.
What's this?
Is it still? What you smoking for? You smoking on some kill? Put a bad little bitch on the pill.
What's the deal? So, yeah, what's the deal about it? Like, you see, that's the thing. They make it to scare you, or they make it to just go on you, like to make you see like a bad influence. Shoreline Mafia is not for children. I see that. I get to see that they talk about drugs, guns, and sex. But it's clearly that it's for adults, and it's for adults to leave it for adults. I mean, if a child listens to it, then that's just their parents. No, not, but that's the thing. They do it literally to fucking make you seen as a bad influence. They always want to make celebrities seen as a bad influence, besides just scaring you and paranoid you with things like COVID and sometimes mix up stuff about diseases that are not gonna even come. Like, sometimes they make up stuff about stuff that are not gonna even happen, that are like far away from happening. Man, too much. Too much. Too much. For the mainstream media, please stop making stuff. Stop making stuff up. Stop doing things to, you know what I mean? To control the people. And I hope this coronavirus ends soon. I hope this Kung Fu flus ends soon. I think I should Chris. The Brosketeers Podcast, produced by Ricardo Colonna and Christopher Diaz, hosted by me, your host Isaac Cruz, written by me, your host Isaac Cruz. The Brosketeers Podcast will end right now. See you Friday, and see you Saturday and Sunday.
We can't chill. She gon' fuck me with a friend. I put them both on Zenny pills. What's the deal? Is it still? What you smoking for? You smoking on some kill? Put a bad little bitch on the pill. And she for the whole team. That's how you feel. What's the deal? Is it still? What you smoking for? You smoking on some kill? Put a bad little bitch on the pill.